Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Eric's Autism World channel. I'm glad that I can meet everybody again. Just so you know that things actually went from good to fair. I'm going to say. I want to kind of make it into a positive, so that's why I didn't want to make it more complicated than what it already is. And unfortunately, that's what I'm dealing with currently right now. So, today was actually okay. It wasn't all that bad, but unfortunately, today has actually been not so good of a day. But I was thinking positive all day long, but I have the impression that something was going to happen today. And it did. My appointment was canceled today, so I ended up staying home from my counseling appointment, which is fine because I wasn't planning on going out and having transportation take me, and something happens to me, and I end up calling and you know, uh, making phone calls and all that kind of stuff to make sure that I was all right. So I didn't want to take the chance, so I decided to stay home and play it by ear. So and then the second surprise. I'm sorry, I'm just so mixed up today. I'm really sorry. It's just been one of those days. I'm trying to be really cool about it. So, anyway, since that we're talking about another crazy and wild adventure, we're gonna basically just say that one, the appointment was canceled. I couldn't go anywhere because medical transportation had to stay off the road because of dangerously slippery roads and icy conditions and snow and all that kind of stuff, because they were mentioning that Pacific counties were going to get a lot of snow. While I don't know what's going on, it's really been a really weird day today. If you guys ask me that question, it has really been one of those not so days that you want to have. Wish it was a better Monday. We'll put it that way. So then the second surprise was I did look on the television to see if schools and workshops, that type of thing, if they were open, vice versa, etc. So I did watch the news and I had it on for most of the day. In the morning time, I had the TV going in the morning hours, and there were no school closings for my county. So they only had one school closing, so I didn't really make a big fuss out of it or anything like that. So I just went to normal plan, which is plan A. So I just did everything normal, like I always do. Lunch, prepare for the day and get ready, make sure that lunches and all that kind of thing are done first thing in the morning. So I did just that. And then we had breakfast, and that was a plus right there. So were the lunches and getting up. So there are three pluses. And then coming back safely, that's another plus right there. So that's plus number four. That's very, very positive stuff. And then making sure that the van comes to pick up my sister. That's positive number five. But then, to my surprise, I just had this really weird cloud just hanging around like a thunderstorm, and that cloud was telling me it was actually brewing in my head. I had this cloud just hanging over me, and it was trying to give me a signal that something is going to happen. Well, unfortunately, the message was telling me that be prepared for a weather emergency. Well, the surprise was everyone had gotten dismissed early from schools programs. I do know that a lot of schools today were canceled because of the snow. And some counties had winter weather advisories. Some other counties had winter storm warnings. So it has just been a whole slew of different things. But I do know that it's very, very windy outside, and it's very, very cold and nasty outside. So I'm not making any attempts to hang around and do whatever. So I went out and got the mail, had lunch and everything, and practically I've been in the house all day. So that's a good thing. I'd rather be in the house where it's nice and warm and all that kind of stuff, and just relax and everything. So everything did not get crazy until now. But I'm not going to let things get to me today. Today's only Monday. We'll just see what happens tomorrow. We basically got the rain and the snow, but all of a sudden I looked outside and it's starting to snow again. You know, none of the snow is sticking, so that's actually a good thing. So we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know what's going on. It's very, very weird. I'll have to check to see if there's still a winter weather advisory. They said until 3 o'clock, so I'll just have to wait it out and see what happens. So I'm just going to play it by ear and see how things are going. Now, if I had known that there was going to be early dismissal today, I didn't even know that they were going to do that. The only reason why they had early dismissal was because of the roads being icy and slick and all that kind of thing, because it's not dangerous to transport students and all that kind of thing home. So, in order to prevent that, send everybody home early. So, I was thinking that my sister would be home at 3:30 because that's normally when she gets home. Well, I'm sitting here and I looked at the clock and she's here at 2:45, and I'm like, wow. I just said, that is really early for you to be home. So then I asked her, I said, what happened? And she said, um, everybody had to come home early. So that was a really big surprise. I kind of had the impression that they were going to have early dismissal because of the roads and everything, because it's very, very cold outside and the winds are really picking up. So I do know that whatever water is on the ground, you know what's going to happen to that. And I'm not looking forward to that, so that may have had something to do with it. So the weather must be bad out there or whatever. So I guess schools and that don't want to take any chances, since that half of the schools, I'm just looking out the window, since that half of the schools are closed, and this all happened like this morning or whatever. A ton of schools called and canceled because of the snowstorm. And that it was generally most of the metropolitan Detroit area in southeast Michigan, except for Macomb County. So that was actually a good thing, you know. So I kind of thought, okay, why are all the schools closing? And then I just remembered that we had that snowstorm coming. So I'm going to find out about this winter weather advisory and see if it's canceled or whatever. Wouldn't surprise me if it's still up. Everybody have a great day. I'm gonna have dinner soon, but I am gonna eat before I go because I don't prefer to have chicken. It upsets my stomach, that type of thing. So I'm gonna get a little something to eat before I go down, and I'll have another blog at 5 o'clock. So come back and join me then. We'll see you later. Bye. Hold on a second.